Hi guys, this is Penny from Penny in Your Pocket, and this is another quick tips tutorial on how to get or how to start and create a blog in Kajabi, as well as also setting up the SEO properly within the blog. Let's dive in. The first thing I want you to do is open up your Kajabi platform, and you're going to go to the website area first, and then you'll see like the website or whatever you've got set up for your website will come up as the image on the screen. Underneath that, you'll see there's a menu and you're going to click on blog. As we click on blog, our blog will open up. Now you can see that I've got a handful in here that I've already created for my business. And what I wanted to do was show you first off how to create a brand new one. And then what we're going to do is go and work in one of the ones that I've already got set up, just so you can see a few little tips and tricks and things that you can do as far as design elements and things inside the blog as well. Okay, so we're going to click on new blog. And it comes up with blank everything, and this is where you would go and type in your title, and you just put in whatever your text or your content is that you're going to be entering in the body section, and then you would pick a blog image, and to do that you would either pick a recent file that you already have or you would upload a new file. I'm going to select a recent one only because I know I've got like just a few random pictures in here that we can pick just for the purpose of doing this blog today. So I'm going to select one and then go select. Otherwise you would go new file, and then it would open up either you can download it from your computer, from your Dropbox, or from Google Drive. Okay, we're just going to hit save. And we can see that our blog image is going to be popped in here. Now this image will be used as, I guess, the thumbnail for the blogs when people are actually on your site and they're scrolling through your blogs. That's the image that they will see. That's not necessarily the image that will appear if you were to share your blog post on Facebook or on Instagram or somewhere else. That's a separate image, and we'll get to that in a minute. I wanted to quickly explain to you about tags as well. This is a really great way of being able to categorize all your blogs into, certain categories. So this is where you would actually type in whatever your category is going to be. We're just going to type in test for the purpose of this, and then you hit return or your enter or your tab key. It's the only way that it can actually make that tag you've created saved. So in order to save it within Kajabi, you have to hit the return, enter, or tab key. But once you've got it in there, it's in there, which is great. Now, then you would decide whether you're going to publish the blog or you want to set a specific date. Now this part's really cool in that you can actually, maybe you want to spend a day writing blogs and you might have 5 that you just go, right, I'm going to pump these out and then I just want to schedule them all and they're going to go one a week. This is where you would do it. So you're able to pick a date in the future as well as a time, and then hit apply. So we'll just, for the purpose of this, set one up and go apply. So we now know that this particular post is going to be published at that particular time in the future. Or you can just click published and then you would hit save, which we'll do now. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to preview that just very quickly so you can see what it's going to look like. And how I get the previews up, in case you're wondering, so that you don't lose the screen you're on, I always like right click on the preview to get it to open up in a new window or a new tab, so I can quickly flick back between my screens. So if we click onto this now, we can see here's the category that we've given it, there's our title, there's the image we put in, and there's the body copy that we actually typed. And you can see that category is also now appearing in our categories list, which runs down our left hand side of our blog area. All right, so we'll go back over to our blog. Now the key part for SEO is down the bottom here. So what will happen is Kajabi will give your blog a custom URL name and takes that from your title. Now you can change this, like if you prefer to put a different different keywords or different words within that URL, you do have the ability to change that here. All right. The other thing you would do is to pop in your page title, and the idea here is to populate your page title with words or keywords that you know prospective clients or customers would use in terms of when they're searching for you. So this is a really cool tool within Kajabi that you're able to use to build your SEO. And once again, think whenever you're doing SEO for any of these blogs, think about how people will find you. What are they typing into Google that Google is then going to present your blog to them because you've nailed it with your keywords? So have a really good think about that when you're typing these in, like your page description as well. Use phrases, paragraphs, sentences, keywords, and terms that you know people are going to be typing it. At the same time, though, in order to not upset Google, you need to make sure that you do have some content in that description that really does talk about what is actually on your page. It can't just be random words or a whole lot of blurb about something else that you're trying to capture as many people for, like 2 or 3 particular keywords, but none of those keywords appear anywhere in your blog. Google doesn't like that. So make sure whatever you're using is still relative to the page and the content that you've typed on there. Now, this page image, again, so you can go and pick one of your images from your computer or Dropbox or Google Drive, and this is the image. Whatever you select to put here is what will then appear when you go to pop it in your Facebook. Like if you want to try and do a post on Facebook, it's all of this information in this area that is what gets picked up and put over there. So what I'm going to do for the purpose of more like explaining with this, so I'm going to go back out to all of my blog posts, and I'm going to go into one that I've actually done work on before, so you can sort of have a quick look at this. So we'll go into it. So we can see that it's published. We can see that I have an image in there. We can see I've given it a tag, and we can see that I've started populating it with all my content. And once again, also with our SEO, we can see that I've given it a page title, I've given it a brief page description, and I have a page image in there. So what I wanted to quickly do was run through with the body copy in case you wanted to get like a little bit fancy with what you're putting in there and use a couple of different design components. So obviously when you create a blog, you're going to have a heading, and what you are able to do is highlight the sentence or the words that you want to use for your heading, and you would click on formats and go into heading and choose one of the heading tags, and that then makes that particular sentence bigger, bolder, and is going to stand out. Now alternatively, you can also do things like this where you may want a section of your blog to stand out almost like it's a quote or a paragraph that you want more visible to people reading it. So again, you go into formats and you can go down, there's one called a block quote. So you can click on that and hover over it and then click and go, okay, that's my blog quote. So we've just turned that off. We'll go back in and put it back in. And what it does is it indents it and makes it stand out a little bit more. Same thing, you can go and grab different words, sentences, and bold them. You can also highlight sections and change them to a different color. You can use your custom colors. You can see I've actually put in a particular hex number here, and that's the colors that I use for my site. So you can, continue your branding throughout your site if you have specific colors. I've also used the underline, which you would find in the inline formatting, which is right there. So get a little bit creative. Obviously people like when they're reading blocks of writing to have things a little bit broken up more. So you see I've tried to do that. And I've also used, a numbered list here as well. And even things like this, you'll see I've used a little hand. So depending on what browser you're using, I know for Chrome, we're able to go up into edit and then emojis and symbols. You'd have to look this up depending on, again, what browser and what computer you're using as to where you would find that. Just go and Google it and it'll show you. But I like to have a bit of fun with the emojis and symbols just to break the page up. So the emojis will come up, and find something that you can use, to really sort of point or make different areas stand out more. And that's what I've done in this. I've just picked a particular emoji to throw in the front of them. And you can see as we move through, I've done all that. And a lot of these are links too. So you can see if I click on this and it's blue and underline, and our little link bar pops up. So don't be afraid also to link out to other pages or different sites. So you can see I've created a link here that would link out to Xero Accounting. Okay, so that is how you, and always when you are doing a link as well, I always like to make sure that the target is set to a new window so that it opens up in a new window and your readers don't leave your page, because you want your page to stay open and you want a new window to open up so they can come back to reading yours quickly and easily. Okay, so moving down, again, I've just broken it up with more bouts of color. I've used another emoji. Another really great way to sign off on blogs is to have a bit of a fun signature. So all this is an image, and to pop in your image, it's really just uploading the image. You're going to click on upload image, and you would go and find where you have your image stored on your computer. I've just popped mine on my desktop for now, just to make it easy for us to find for this. You would click on it, open it up, excuse me, and pop it on in. I'll wait for that to populate. And as with all images as well, you are able to click on them. You can make them bigger, you can drag them through and make them smaller. Have a bit of fun with it, get creative. But I always think it's a nice way just to sign off with a signature, just to make it a little bit more personalized and they can see that it's from you. So, all right, we're going to I'll hit save on that one. And I wanted to show you what something like that looks like. So now if we go back over into my blog, you'll see here, that was the blog that we were actually just looking at then. And you can see where we were talking about the block paragraph for a quote. So it just breaks it up and it's a little bit easier on the eye when you're reading things, particularly using headings, different colors, breaking things up with list points and different colored headings, and also linking out to other sites or pages if you need to, and there of course is our fun little signature. So that's a really quick brief rundown on how to create a brand new blog in Kajabi. And actually what I'll do, because I think this is always really important as well, we're going to pop on over. I want to show you, even though I've already got these in there, let's just open one of these up for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and we're going to click on the copy for our custom URL, and we're going to quickly pop on over to Facebook, and we'll just go over into, just get your Facebook page up as we're doing this as well, just to see what it looks like. And this is what I wanted to show you. So if we were to go and pop in a link, you'll be able to see here, this information that it's brought in has come from SEO and sharing. There's our image, there's our description, there's our title. Okay, so that's why I just wanted to show you that if you do go over and post something from your Facebook page, this is where it's going to pull the information from. So I'm just going to back out of that because we actually don't want that there, because I've actually already got it up there. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you do go to pop something on social media, that the information needs to be in your SEO and sharing area in the back end of your blog first, and then it will pull that information over and into your Facebook page. Okay, I hope that helps. That is how you do a blog in Kajabi.